Alright guys, welcome to the final part to What If Frieza Was Good. I hope you're enjoying this series. I know I am. With all that being said, let's get to it. We cut to Beerus and Whis. Whis would suddenly get a call. As Whis looked at the call, it was from Zeno himself. As he answered, Zeno said, "Remember that cool tournament you had? I kind of forgot about it, but now I want a tournament with everyone in it. All the universes, so get ready." Beerus and Whis were shocked, but they had no choice. They had to get a team. They had to get all their universe together. Meanwhile, we cut to Vegeta. Vegeta's been trained. He unlocked Blue Evolution. He's trying to unlock Ultra Ego. And he's training with the Ginyu Force. Suddenly, Frieza and Beerus would walk in. Vegeta would look up ready. Ever since Raditz and Nappa were gone permanently, he's never been the same. He's been training super hard. And he's never really been hanging out like he used to. Sure, Vegeta always had a cold heart, but he would always hang around his friends, but not anymore. He was more isolated. It seems like this loss was deep to him. Frieza would walk up and say, "Hey, we need you for a tournament." He would explain. Vegeta would take the Ginyu Force, minus Captain Ginyu, since, he betrayed him. But they still needed a couple more people, so that's where Broly came in. Frieza would walk up to Broly. As Broly was in his room, Broly was used by his dad, then used by Kakarot. He never really had a choice. Frieza would walk in and say, "Hey." Broly would look up at him and go, "Hey." Broly would look at Frieza. Frieza was the man who spared him, who gave him kindness. He respected him. But at the same time, he didn't like this new world. He didn't like where he was in life. He didn't know where he wanted to be, though. Broly and Frieza would look at each other. Frieza said, "We have a tournament for you." Broly would nod and say, "I'll join." But they still needed one more person, so Frieza had an idea. As much as he hated this, he had to do it. His spaceship would go to a Galactic Patrol prison. As they landed, all the inmates were there, locked up. They went further and further into the prison. As they went to the main person, the person locked in, Moro, the most powerful prisoner they had. He would merely look up at them and smile. "So, what do you need me for?" Frieza would say, "We need you for a tournament." He would nod, as he would agree on one condition: he'll be let free. Frieza knew he could take him in his most powerful form. However, Moro did have the ability to eat worlds. This ability would not be good, to say the least, left out of check. But they didn't have a choice, so they let him onto the team. And they went to the tournament as it was about to begin. As the fighting began, Universe 9 went straight out to Universe 7. They knew how strong Universe 7 was, as they began to isolate Frieza and Vegeta, their strongest members. Vegeta went into Blue Evolution as Frieza went into Gold, and knocked them all out instantly as they turned back. Universe 9 was then erased in an instant moment. As barely any time passed at all, they were all destroyed. That's what happens when you mess with Universe 7. That's what happens when you mess with the strongest warriors. The universe has learned that the hard way. However, Moro was absorbing energy to get younger. Not too much, since if he killed, he'd be disqualified, but enough so he can feel the power again. But suddenly, 2 Namekians from Universe 6 came behind him. "So, you're the evil one who steals people's energy." "We had one of your kind on our universe before. We got rid of him." Moro said, "Is that true? Well, I don't know why you're here. You don't stand a chance against." Suddenly, they both turned orange as they punched Moro, and Moro got back up, and the battle began. Moro couldn't do anything. He couldn't absorb their energy, so he was weaker than them. They would hit him faster and faster. He felt like he was useless. However, eventually, Gildo would freeze time and get him out of there. Once he got out of there, he would begin to absorb their energy. As the 2 orange Namekians fell in pain, Moro became younger and younger until he ran and kicked them both off the edge. "Thank you. What's your name?" "Gildo, sir." "Gildo. It seems you've helped me quite a bit. My hunger has been feeded, but it's not enough. I need more," he said as he began to laugh. Suddenly, Hit would do a time skip and knocked Gildo off the edge. As then he looked at Moro. "So you absorb energy. That's too much of a powerful technique to be left unchecked," as Moro and Hit began to battle. Moro could steal his energy, but he couldn't do it while it hit time skip. He would hit a pressure point, the Moro would take some of his energy, and they would do it again and again and again. And it seemed like they were getting nowhere. Both combatants were getting more and more winded as time went on. But Moro knew what he needed to do, as suddenly he began to absorb energy from everyone in the ring, including his teammates. As he got stronger and stronger and stronger, he would then kick Hit out of the ring. As he began to laugh, the power seemed unlimited. Frieza felt his power draining, but he knew what to do. He yelled at his team to power up with everything they got. As he turned to his black form, Beerus would watch what has happened. No! If that happens, we might get disqualified, but I guess it's the only way. Moro kept getting their energy more and more and more as he got fatter and fatter until he blew up. The explosion was so big it knocked out entire teams off the ring. It was so big it nearly knocked Frieza and Vegeta out as they grabbed onto the ring, barely able to stand. As the dust cleared, the Grand Priest would say in favor of Universe 7 not being eliminated, because even though they killed Moro, it was Moro's choice to steal their energy. So as Moro was dead from his own greed, the battle had to continue. Frieza would go after Jiren, knowing he's the strongest fighter. Jiren and Frieza would battle, as Vegeta and Toppo would battle. Vegeta would go into Blue Evolution state and began to beat up Toppo, but Toppo knew what he had to do. As Toppo looked at him and began to look down, he got a serious face. Toppo would say, "It's over. It's time I embrace it. It's time I embrace what makes me strong, what makes me powerful," as suddenly he would go into a god of destruction form, giving up his hope, giving up his justice. Vegeta would turn Ultra Ego and say, "You don't have to give up everything you stand for just to reach this. You fool!" As they both began the battle, Vegeta began to knock him off the edge. Meanwhile, Dispo was fighting Berta. Dispo would say he's the fastest in the universe, but Berta would say, "No, I am," as they would both charge at each other with amazing speeds. They would both hit each other, knocking each other off the edge. As the battle would continue, Frieza would turn to his black form and began to beat up Jiren. Jiren stood no chance. Jiren would get angrier and angrier. "How is this possible? I'm supposed to be the strongest in the multiverse." Frieza would say, "Shut up, Jiren. It's over. Your whole strength, everything you have, you built without people. I am strong because of the people I am with. I am strong because of the people I protect. But you're strong because of selfish reasons. That is why you'll never be as strong as me." Jiren would say, "Shut up," as he would charge at Frieza, but Frieza would just knock him off the edge, winning. As Jiren was defeated, the rest of the tournament was decided. Universe 7 was pretty much the victor. Nothing they can do could stop that. However, that does not mean that they would go down without a fight. As Kale and Caulifla fused into Kefla, Kefla charged straight at Frieza, but then Vegeta kicked her and said, "Hey, you're fighting me." She would look at you and say, "Why would I fight you when I can fight the strongest?" Vegeta would say, "Shut up. Do you know who I am? I am Vegeta, the prince of all Saiyans. I am Vegeta, the mightiest Saiyan warrior. And you stand before me, and you will fight me." As they both began the battle, Kefla was pretty strong, but Vegeta would dodge all of her attacks as he began to slowly charge up an Akai after each attack, after each blast. As Vegeta was charging up the Akai, he appeared right behind Kefla and hit her right in the back, causing her to fall off the edge, making Vegeta victorious. As he breathed heavily, the rest of the 6th universe came after him, Vegeta and Frost. Frost would see Vegeta and turn into his golden form, as he charged right at him as he was weakened. However, suddenly Frost would feel something grab him from behind. It was Frieza, as he turned into his black state. "You think that's power, Frost? This is real power." He would throw him into the floor and began to beat him up. "This is for cheating last time. Now get off the ring," as he would kick him off the ring. The other universes would all charge the Universe 7. The Ginyu Force wouldn't hold much longer. It was left to Vegeta and Frieza. Even though Frieza and Vegeta lost a lot of stamina, they got this. They held their ground, fighting wave after wave after wave of universes. Vegeta, his entire life, was under Frieza, but Frieza was always kind to him. He was always fair to him, and Vegeta was always fair to him too. It seemed like the duo was gonna win, and they did. They defeated all of the universes. And since Frieza got the most knockouts, he was the winner of the tournament. And as a great mighty Omega Shenron came to Frieza, Frieza would look at him and smile and simply have one wish. He wished for all the universes to be brought back. As they were brought back, the test was revealed and he passed. And finally, all the universes could live in peace and harmony. All the universes can live as one. And Universe 7 truly became peaceful under Frieza. And that's going to leave things off. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of the video down below. Did you enjoy this series? Are you excited for the next series? Do you have any other series ideas? Let me know. Peace out.